Well, guys, we haven't fired this thing up in several months now, so we're going to do a quick inspection on the blades here. See how everything looks inside. Got quite a bit of surface rust down here on the bottom. Everything else has weathered pretty well down here in the canopy for this thing. I did have to take care of a few wasps' nests that was built up here in the rafters. We've got a mouse nest here we're going to take care of. But other than that, that doesn't look too bad. And there went the mouse. Get that guy out of the way. We haven't had anything to mill up for several months, so we're going to get this thing cleaned up. I've got a practice log setting up here to get us warmed back up to milling, and we're going to turn that into some stickers. We're getting ready to mill quite a bit of cedar. And if you guys watched the last video, you see me taking down some of the trees. And we're going to see if we can't at least get everything tidied up here at the mill and start getting ready to be able to get this stuff cut up for us. Let me show you this blade real quick. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Definitely got to take the dolly up to the shop and get some air in the tires. And over here in the staging area, we'll get all that straightened up later this afternoon. And we'll make us enough room back here to have a 4-foot wide section there and stack all this material. These 1x6s is going to be about 10 feet long, so we'll get everything cleaned up and make sure we have plenty of room to stack everything we're going to make. I need to recover our cherry. This was a wild cherry. You guys probably seen the video on that where we milled that up, so I need to get that thing tidied up there a little bit. Our oak material is weathered pretty well underneath the tarps, so it's protected until we need to use that. I've got some nice beams in there. It's just a nice day to be outside and working, and I'm looking forward to getting this stuff milled up so we can get on with the construction project of covering the interior walls in the pole barn. This is some of the logs we brought up the other day. I cut a walnut tree earlier this spring, and you can see how crooked that thing is. There's not a whole lot of log we're going to be able to save out of that, but we do have a plan. We're probably going to end up cutting that into some cookies for a project that Granny Jill has going on. So we need to tidy that up a little bit too so we can stage some more logs coming in. But everything else looks well back here, guys. Just a matter of a little bit of cleanup and we're back in business. Now, using this diesel fuel, what we don't want to do, guys, is get a bunch of oil on the bottom side of the blade that's actually getting on our drive belts, because it can make it slip. We don't want to do that, so I try to keep it right here on the outside edge of the teeth for the top side of the blade, and then on the bottom side I'll go ahead and coat that up pretty good. Now, as far as the sap in the wood, this will keep it from sticking to the teeth of the blade and help us mill a little quicker. And I don't put this in my water system, that way I don't have a mixture of oil and water. I just prefer to be able to control it and put it right here on the blade where I need it. There we go. Let's see if we're going to start. So that's the first time it's been started in over 3 months, guys. Not bad, first pull. I'm running that on 23 pounds of torque. They suggest in between 20 and 25, so 23 is a good number for us. All right, I'm going to get our log set up, and let's run some slabs off of this thing and see if we can't get us something made out of it. Get this guy leveled up pretty quickly here. And I'm just going to measure to the center of the log, guys, on each end of this and make sure my center is good. There's nothing too critical here since we're making stickers, but I don't want to waste anything either. Okay. This guy back out of our way. Tape measure. It really does take a few minutes to get back into a system, guys. About 5 inches on this guy. Let's see where we're at back here. You know, actually that's pretty close. I don't think we even lifted that end up. Now, I made me a pattern up this morning for these guys. So this is going to lay on our flat section of the log after we get our slabs cut off. And I'm going to cut these stickers at about 3/4 of an inch thick. And just fasten that with a couple of screws. So after we get everything flattened off, I should be able to set this on there and scribe me a line on the bottom of it and quickly reference this log as we move through. Now the scales on these things is really close, but if I can save a few minutes per log, you know, each time, just scribing a line on there and then running the blade to whatever the line is, it may go a little quicker for us. So this will be an experiment we're going to try, and I think that's going to work out pretty good for us. Anything you can do to both speed the process up and keep everything measured the same, specifically if you're cutting 200-300 boards like this, or even if you're cutting 10, just to your advantage. Okay. And that looks like that's going to run pretty good for us. All right, let me get you guys set up a little bit different spot. We'll see if we can't make our first cut for the season. All right, guys, we've got everything squared up now. We ended up with a 3 1/4 by 3 1/2 beam there, and what I'm going to do is use our gauging block now, and that does work really nice. Then I'll run my saw back and go right to that pencil line each time. Then when we get down to the thicker one there, I don't want to run the risk of getting into my log stop. So we'll either shim it up, or I will set those aside, and then when I have a stack of those, I'll turn those into stickers to whatever thickness they would be. So right now, we'll rail off a couple of these and see how this does. So make yourself a pattern, guys, whatever thickness you want, something that'll lay flat on your log for you. That way it's not trying to tip forward or anything like that. It's nice and square. Let's grab you a line, and should be able to run the saw back and get to our line pretty quick there. We'll see how this goes, and I'm going to set the top of the blade to the line. That's going to be right there. And you saw this sitting there. Put a tape measure on these and make sure we are absolutely staying the same thickness. Okay, it's 3/4. And that's perfect. So this is going to work out pretty good, guys. Makes it quick to measure, and make sure that we're keeping everything consistent. Get these guys out of the way. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we're going to have one of the big logs on here, and we'll really get to see some of this stuff turn in to be some beautiful material as well. Boy, the smell, guys. Cedar smells awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you on the next one.